Yo, Brady here. I'm on the traditional land of my family, the Namgis territory here. Walking down a little trail by the beach. Sitting there and seeing all this land. The energy inside you, all those thoughts, all those challenges, all those hard times. We're going to put them aside for a minute. I'm going to teach you a little method in how to clear that. All the subconscious clutter, everything that goes on inside there. What I want you to do is I want you to just close your eyes for a second. Visualize there being a screen in front of your face, like that of a computer monitor. And on that computer monitor, I want you to notice all these little icons popping up, each one of them representing a problem, a challenge, a hard time within your life. Allow them all to pop up, allow them all to be present. One by one, there might be 100, there might be 1,000. Allowing them all to be present on the screen, represented by a little icon. And as you notice them all popping up, every one of them, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine yourself reaching out and grabbing a hold of a mouse. And as you grab a hold of that mouse, go ahead and scroll over. Grab a hold of the first one, start to drag it up to the top left corner. Grab a hold of the next one, drag it up to the top left corner, throw it in the recycle bin in the top left corner. Drag up the next one, throw it into the recycle bin, and the next one, throw it into the recycle bin. Do it one by one, by one, by one, doing every single one, taking them up into the recycle bin, dropping them all in, allowing them all to just be thrown into the recycle bin. Once you move them all up into the recycle bin, I'll give you a minute because there's a couple more that are present there. Once you get them all up there, what I want you to do is I want you to drag the cursor over top of the recycle bin, double click on it, and notice a menu popping up. And on this menu, I want you to scroll down to delete all. Go ahead and click on it. Notice all of them are gone now. Feel lighter. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Self-love, self-appreciation is probably one of the most important things that you will ever face in your life. Because without it, you're going to go through your life, you're going to make excuses. You're going to sell yourself short. You're not going to reach for the sky like your heart and soul intended you to do when you came here. You're going to continue to sell yourself short, to give in to self-defeating behaviors, programs, and little voices inside your head that say you're not good enough, you can't do this, you don't deserve that, you don't deserve that relationship, you don't deserve that job, you don't deserve that promotion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a little technique on how to have more self-love, more appreciation within your subconscious mind. What I want you to do though, before we get going on this technique, I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper because I'm going to get you to write something down at the end of this technique that will help to solidify this process into your subconscious mind, and it will help you to get it to sink in even deeper. Than what it would without that. So go ahead and pause the video, grab yourself a pen and a piece of paper if you don't have one already. Okay, do you have one? All right. Now that you got a pen and piece of paper, I want you to just go ahead and close your eyes. As you close your eyes, I want you to picture yourself at a desk, writing out your own autobiography, your life story. As you're sitting there writing out your life story, I want you to just imagine yourself for a second floating your consciousness up and out of your body, out onto the patio on the other side of a sliding glass door. And as you stay out there, you notice someone sitting there staring in at you that absolutely loves and adores you to death. If you can't think of anybody, think of an animal that loves you to death, because there is nothing like the love of an animal. They love you unconditionally. And as you sit there watching them, observing them, looking at you with eyes of love, the body language of adoration, notice their body language, notice their energy, notice the way they're looking at you as you sit there writing your autobiography. With eyes of love. As you're sitting there watching them with your consciousness right beside them, I want you to sink your consciousness into their body and look at yourself through their eyes. Notice the feelings of love towards yourself as you sit there and you gaze at yourself through their eyes, through their lenses, through their feeling, through their center. Notice this love, this appreciation. Notice the thoughts that are coming into your mind as you sit there looking at yourself through their eyes, through their lens, easily and naturally, allowing these thoughts to flow through your mind. I want you to take a moment to pay attention to those thoughts. Let them flow. Recognize them. Easily and naturally allow them to flow into your being, into your center. Flow through your mind, recognizing all these thoughts of love and adoration flowing. Notice the feeling as you look at yourself through their eyes, as you see yourself. Pay attention to the way it feels, looking at yourself through their eyes. Allowing those thoughts to flow so easily and so naturally. And the more that you listen to these thoughts, the more that you realize how attuned they are to who you truly are. And the more that you listen to these thoughts, the more that you recognize that this is who you truly are. This is what you're truly about. Easily and naturally flowing and letting those thoughts flow in there. Allow yourself to have that feeling. Allow yourself to love. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to cherish every moment of everything that is going on within. So easily and naturally flowing through into this state, into this being, into this mind. Taking those thoughts, and those feelings, those essences into your being, into your energy, into your consciousness, into your spirit. And as you notice these energies flowing, I want you to step outside of that person again and look at them, beside them, seeing them still staring at you with those eyes of love, but carrying all those thoughts and all those feelings inside that being of yourself. I want you to easily and naturally float back into your body. Sit there and let that part merge with you. Coming into your center, coming into your being, coming into who you are. As you sit back down at the desk, writing out the autobiography, allow them to sink into your subconscious mind. Allow them to flow and pump through every part of your being, from your heart to your limbs, to your hair follicles, to your eyes, to your nose, to your toes. Your fingertips starting to vibrate with that feeling and frequency of self-love and adoration. Take a deep breath. Let it sink in for a moment. Let those thoughts flow. Let those thoughts move. So easily and naturally, let them flow. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. What I want you to do now is I want you to take that pen and paper and start to write down all those thoughts that came through your mind while you were looking at yourself through the eyes of someone else. Easily, naturally flowing, moving into the energy of love and self-appreciation. Go ahead, take a moment now and write those things down. Whenever you're ready, done writing those things down. Might take you a few more minutes than this because that was a process in which you could have had a lot of thoughts flowing through your mind. But writing this down will solidify it within your subconscious mind. So go ahead and take your time. Write it all down in detail. Easily and naturally allow those thoughts to flow from your mind, from your energy, through your hands, into the pen, onto the paper. Writing it down and solidifying everything. You can do this method as many times as you want to really allow it to hit home. I find often once or twice is more than enough to shift, change, and alter all those things that are in your mind. Because for far too long, you've been telling yourself all those lies about you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, and every other thing that is there. So it's high time that you stop listening to that and instead start to listen to what it is that is deep inside of you, that part that says you're good enough, you're smart enough, you're strong enough, you can do it, you are capable. Even impossible says I'm possible. Whenever you're done writing that down, what I want you to do is I want you to take that piece of paper and put it somewhere to remind yourself of all these things that are now implanted inside of your subconscious mind. Easily and naturally flowing in through your body, from your fingers to your toes, to the tip of your nose.